Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're all tuning in, listening. Don't forget, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. Um, the main subject of tonight is going to be a big thank you to everyone that jumped off of this channel and various other bits and went on to and politely went over to Andy the Gabby Cabby. Anyone who's listening to this, I want you to listen carefully to what I'm saying, right? Andy the Gabby Cabby is just like me. He loves England. He's English, not British. And he's just a bit more polite than what I am. That's the only difference, right? So I just want to make sure everyone understands that. He's not one of the bad guys. He's one of the good guys. And if we can use another route through diplomacy to get England recognised, then that's a good thing. And one of the things is this group is positive, not abusive. And when we cross over to other people's channels, we are polite and put our point across, right? Now, one of the things that has been quite clear from last night's show with Andy the Gabby Cabby is not only did we all operate in the exact way that we should, be kind. There will be a time for extreme whatever, but it isn't yet, right? But we're getting close to it. But I want everyone to understand one thing, that Ben Habib, and let me see if I can bring up the actual total. I'm sure it's going to be put out there for people to see it, right? Listen, I think Ben Habib is worse than the other guys. Let me just have a look and see if I can see these figures, because I'm going to read them out as I talk to you. And I'm trying to find it. There you go. Right. So we now know that Ben Habib on that show, because we analysed it, spoke about the British 50 times in 93 minutes. So every 1.8 minutes, he said British. UK, he said 60 times in 93 minutes. United Kingdom, he said 33 times. Britain, 10 in 93 minutes. And combined 153 times every half a minute, he referenced the British, right? So I asked a question of our moderators, how many times did he say English? I remember he said British 153 times, right? He said English 11 times throughout the whole show and England 12 times. That is not someone who regards themselves as English, right? And it is definitely someone who is not talking about England, right? So I want everyone to understand exactly what I'm saying there. Did you all get them figures, right? That's really important. I don't know how many times I say English or England during our shows, but I imagine it's far more often than 11 times. So 153 times in total we talked about British, UK or Britain, but fractionally he referred. You can get a general indication of who and what he is. And what I'm going to do now is show you a clip, hopefully. And I hope it works. I'm not going to be on here too long tonight, because I have yet again been down a pub talking to someone. It was actually a meeting, which was a great meeting, because we're going to liven up the farmers in Devon. How many times did he say that? That's it. Everyone is sending your messages out there. Let me see if I can bring this up and show you on the screen, right? So I'm going to on the screen, right? Touch wood, you're going to hear this. You'll have to tell me. It's not come up there. So I need to cross back over to that. I'll put this on the screen, and I'm going to show you a completely different person, right? put it up on the screen. Hopefully you can hear this. Tell me if you can hear this. I need everyone to send this out. But what I'm going to do is play this to you.
Its own people. I hope the people win. I think yesterday's verdict may be the beginning of a national victory over a government that cares more about illegal foreigners than it does its own citizens.
It's so illogical, Kevin, that I'm forced to conclude that it's effectively part of a Machiavellian plan to punish the 17.4 million members of the British electorate who voted to shock horror leave the protectionist post-war socialist European Union. And I think, again, as you know, our majority of our ministers, the majority of our civil service, the majority of the people don't share the same view as the electorate who is supposed to be their boss. And I do think this is a kind of retribution through the back door, rather like devolution was, to try and break Britain up into regions, or break England up into regions, if you like, and effectively promote the Scottish flag, promote the Welsh flag, and denigrate the St. George's Cross, which is why I'm so keen that we do start to fly the St. George's Cross. I'm going to buy a flagpole and start flying one from the end of my drive. I think it's time for the English to be patriotic now in a peaceful way, and to show that we are ultimately the economic engine of these islands. We have always in the past embraced the Act of Union. But quite frankly, Kevin, I think devolution has been designed to damage the interests of our islands. We need to reverse it. We need to effectively get rid of the waste in Scotland. You probably saw the latest economic figures from Scotland, showing that their GDP is now 55% is the state. Their deficit per household is now nearly £45,000 per annum. They are basically relying entirely on the English taxpayer, not just through the Barnett formula, but they are not creditworthy without being part of the union. The same with Wales. And yet the English are put upon, we're taxed into oblivion. The economic engine of this country is basically that triangle between Manchester, Birmingham and Leeds, where you've got 30 million people who basically are enterprising and run real businesses. Now, obviously we've had our financial markets, which Tony Blair and his merry band have done their very best to destroy through over-regulation via the Financial Services Market Act. But at the end of the day, we need some serious changes in the way in which this country is thought through and governed. And the British people have got to wake up, because if we don't get that change by 29, we're going to have a big problem. So I urge everybody, join Restore Britain right now, and we can start to make a difference.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is, I'm going to go back to my main screen, right? Rupert Lowe is at least talking, actually, he's telling people what's going on, right? Scotland, somewhere in the region of 250,000 people in Scotland work for the administrative system of the Union, right? In other words, they're being paid by the English taxpayer. The figure in Wales is similar, not as high, but very similar, right? Now, what I'm saying to you is, people need to understand that. Now, Rupert Lowe, whatever this Restore Britain is, right? I haven't got a problem with Britain. I've got a problem with the British, right? And in particular, and Rupert Lowe should hear this, hopefully people will send this to Rupert Lowe, right? I have got a problem with the British Nationality Act 1948 and 1981. I have got a problem with the repeal, illegal ultra-vires repeal of the English Bill of Rights and Chapter 2, where they top and tailed it and have misinstructed everyone, right? And again, I've got a book behind me that tells you what I'm saying is factual. They have misinstructed everyone, judges, lawyers, solicitors, etc., that Parliament is sovereign. Parliament is not sovereign. We are sovereign. The people of this country are sovereign. That is exactly what the United States of America is based on, and everyone should understand it. The other great news today was that Rupert Lowe got his guns back, where the British, and I'm particularly talking about Reform, who lied about him, right? Because he was talking about England. Everyone remember when he started bringing up the English Bill of Rights in the House of Commons? We need to be activated as a group of patriots who are English. Raise your English flags. Go out there. Listen. The Stop Oil protests. How much damage did they do in museums, in blocking the roads? We're not doing any of that. Slip out at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Find your roundabouts and paint a simple English cross across that roundabout. Raise your English flag, not the Union flag, the English flag everywhere in this country. And when I speak of country, I speak of England, right? And then what you'll see is more and more people understanding England. I'm not taking this anymore. Now, Rupert Lowe, one, he's got his guns back. Secondly, and it's really important, we need to start engaging the farmers, because the farmers are under attack, and so are we, right? There's two different types of farmers. There's establishment farmers, and there are working class farmers, the copyhold farmers, what I call them, right? And the British have lied to those farmers. They have taken inheritance. No one in this country should be paying inheritance tax. I am not a communist and I am not a fascist. I am an Englishman. And all my books tell me that they are not allowed to be doing what they're doing. And we need to take the real common law back. And I'm not talking about the nonsense that we see from the communists out there that are hijacking that movement and being promoted by Sky News. You should all know who I'm talking about, right? We need to do our own movement, right? And now one of the people that is for that, and again, I want to talk about the Scots, the genuine, respectful Scots who don't attack England, and we don't want to attack them. So they don't attack the English, and we don't attack the Scottish. We're not about that. We're about self-determination. I believe that Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Cornwall, and England, and the regionalisation is key to this, right? They have, again, they use, and especially Ben Habib, right? The Great Repeal Act. It's nonsense, complete nonsense, right? The reason why we're in the mess now is because people were persuaded to repeal the European Communities Act of 1972. What we needed to do was abolish it, void it, because voiding or abolishing is different to repeal, right? And that's the bit that everyone needs to understand, that I understand. You can also create all over England Walden Watch, right? So you become the police in your local communities. The second phase of that is the militia. Militia and Walden Watch are two separate things. One is civil in terms of it is about you becoming, which you're entitled to do. We all stand for the law of the land, the real law of the land, not the nonsense you're getting off these other people, the communists, and hijacking the system, right? So all I'm saying to you is, let me get back a little bit further from the table, otherwise we'll keep knocking the camera. And then there is the militia, right? Now, under the common law of this nation, and the common law come first, the common law created Parliament. The common law created the first statute of Westminster of 1275. The common law is key to this, right? We are the ones, and the common law is what created the crown and the king and the monarchy, right? When they go tyranny, and it's not that they are tyrannous, it's not the first time it's happened in our history, it is for the people to take back the realm. It is ours. It is our inheritance, and that's what we intend to do. Is everyone clear on that? So you got Walden Watch, which is basically pre the peelers, because it's all gone pear-shaped. So we police our own communities. We take back our nation shire by shire, county by county, right? Now, if anyone is intending, and I know quite a few people that are going to the event on the 13th of September with Tommy Robinson, take your English flag, not the Union flag, right? The Scots should be, if you're Scottish, you take the Scottish flag. If you're Welsh, you take the Welsh flag. Do not wave the flag of the enemy, right? And if anyone gets up there and starts talking about Israel, you should be booing en masse, right? This is about England and taking England back, taking Scotland back, taking Wales back, taking Northern Ireland back, taking Cornwall back, and taking England back from the globalists. That's what you've got to understand. So if you're going to that event, right, and I know quite a few people are, wave your English flag. Do not take a Union flag. What taking the Union flag is the flag of the enemy, right? Go back and look at the Soviet Union. Have a look what happened when they dissolved the Soviet Union. What come back? Russia. Is Russia your enemy? No, it isn't, right? And you are being lulled into a war with Russia. Why are they now suggesting that they're going to give the vote to 16-year-olds? Because they want the 16-year-olds to be conscripted into the European Defence Union and the army that's going to attack Russia. That's what they're looking at. The Russians are already saying, the British, the British, the British, the British. The Americans are already saying, the British, the British, the British, the British. Everyone around the world can see it's the British, the British, the British, the British, right? America is is literally, right, a mirror of England of the 1600s. They went out there and they recreated England under the common law jurisdiction and separation of powers, which is exactly what we have in England. But it is being abused by the British. We lost the Second World War. You need to understand that. We lost the Second World War. The Soviets moved their communists into infrastructure positions in this country and tore into an advanced tour into. They'd already done it previously with the Fabian Society. The Fabian Society are now being designated with the Muslim Brotherhood in America as a terrorist organization. When you understand what's going on, but let's get back to the main subject here. This is about England. I'm not into St. George, right? If I went back to the original English flag, that's fair enough. But I want you to listen to what I'm saying to you. St. Edmund was a Christian. St. Edmund is the true patron saint of the English and England. Does everyone understand what I'm saying to you? So when you got people like Ben Habib going on Andy the Gabby Cabby show and saying 153 times or wherever it was, British, UK, Britain, and mentioning England 11 times and the English something like 11 times, right? Now look at the difference with Rupert Lowe, right? Now, I am not suggesting that Rupert Lowe is the absolute 100% saint of this country, because he
its own people. I hope the people win. I think yesterday's verdict may be the beginning of a national victory over a government that cares more about illegal foreigners than it does its own citizens.
It's so illogical, Kevin, that I'm forced to conclude that it's effectively part of a Machiavellian plan to punish the 17.4 million members of the British electorate who voted to, shock horror, leave the protectionist post-war socialist European Union.
Notice to use the term Machiavellian. Dark personality. There are 4 elements to a dark personality. The 4 elements are psychopath, narcissist, Machiavellian, and sadist, right? Does everyone understand what I just said? He's just said the prime word, Machiavellian.
Union. And I think, again, as you know, majority of our ministers, the majority of our civil service, The majority of the people don't share the same view as the electorate, who is supposed to be their boss. And I do think this is a kind of retribution through the back door, rather like devolution was, to try and break Britain up into regions, or break England up into regions.
Break England up into regions. This is destroying. So Scotland is already lost as a region. London is lost as a region. Wales is lost as a region. They haven't got parliaments. They have regional authorities that are controlling them. If you look at Scotland, you see what they've done. They've taken the 7 constabularies away. They've now got a police state, a regional police state in Scotland, right? The Scots have been conned. It is the English that are telling them what's going on.
If you like, and effectively promote the Scottish flag, promote the Welsh flag, and denigrate the St. George's Cross, which is why I'm so keen that we do start to fly the St. George's Cross. I'm going to buy a flagpole and start flying one from the end of my drive. I think it's time.
Good man.
Right. Did Ben Habib say that? No, he didn't. Did Nigel Farage say that? No, Nigel Farage has actually said that ship has already sailed. No, it isn't. Take the country back. And by country, I mean England.
The English to be patriotic now in a peaceful way, and to show that we are ultimately the economic engine of these islands.
Exactly that. So I'm just going to make sure I repeat this, right? Stop oil protests. They damaged all this stuff. They've done everything. We're not damaging anything. We're raising our English flags. Put your English flags on the car. Put stickers on your car. Put I speak English, not British. Our signs on the back of your car. Do everything you can to start showing support for England, right? Remember the Soviet Union. When it was dissolved in 1991, what happened? Russia come back. Yet 20% of people in Russia and Belarus and all these various places still refer to themselves as Soviet, right? Soviet was a construction of Joseph Stalin. The British Nationality Act is exactly the same, right? And that was created in 1948 and 1981. What we need to do is abolish them acts in this country and start taking. And by the way, once you abolish them 2 acts, there's nothing to do with the Acts of Union. The British Nationality Act stops anyone being a mayor, stops anyone being a member of Parliament, in the House of Lords, in the civil service, in judges, police constables, all of them. You have to have both parents have to be English to have any authority in this country. And this country, I speak of England.
We have always in the past embraced the Act of Union. But quite frankly, Kevin, I think devolution has been designed to damage the interests of our islands. We need to reverse it. We need to effectively get rid of the waste in Scotland. You probably saw the latest economic figures from Scotland showing that their GDP is now 55% is the state. Their deficit per household is now nearly £45,000 per annum. They are basically relying entirely on the English taxpayer, not just through the Barnett formula, but they are not creditworthy without being part of the union. The same with Wales. And yet the English are put upon, we're taxed into oblivion. The economic engine of this country is basically that triangle between Manchester, Birmingham and Leeds, where you've got 30 million people who basically are enterprising and run real businesses.
It's not just about there. It's about Devon. It's about Dorset. It's about Somerset. It's about Cornwall. It's about the home counties. Let's take England back, right? London is a region of the European Union, and the only way we can deal with them is literally the rest of England takes England back, including Norfolk and Suffolk.
Now, obviously we've had our financial markets, which Tony Blair and his merry band have done their very best to destroy through over-regulation via the Financial Services Market Act. But at the end of the day, we need some serious changes in the way in which this country is thought through and governed. And the British people have got to wake up, because if we don't get that change by 29, we're going to have a big problem. So I urge everybody, join Restore Britain right now, and we can start to make a difference.
Its own people.
Big difference. between Rupert Lowe as a movement, right? So he's not having a go at us at all. He's saying we are truly cross-party, right? That means he's going to listen to constitutionalism and the English, right? That's all we're saying. You need to listen to us. Did everyone hear that and understand what was going on? Cut London off. Watch them grovel. Rob Young. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Listen, I'm out of London. I'm out of London. We need to protect England. And one of the reasons why they developed the electoral college in America as part of their constitutional system of elections was to stop the cities taking control, right? And everyone needs to understand it. Let me have a look. Any questions from anyone? Ask me any question you want, within reason. Don't forget to show your support by liking. Yeah, like the show is really important. Share the show, and I'm asking you, go and click the share button on this, copy it, and send it to Rupert Lowe. Juicy and Lucy, John G, evening, love it. Right, the more we're seeing what's going on here, right, send this information out to Rupert Lowe, right? If they don't play ball, meaning the establishment, they're going to lose the monarchy and the union, both of them. Let's have a look at that. Hi all. Hi DD. Hello. How are you? Andrew. Change my picture. Let's have a look here. Rumble. Seeing some comments criticising England, comments saying we are stronger together. Right. Let me just make sure. If there's any silly comments, I don't know where them comments are coming from about stronger together. Let me just make sure I'm clear on this, right? Stronger together is the Soviet Union, a communist slogan. Stronger together is a communist slogan. Just to make sure you're clear on that. Did Andy ask Habib to talk to you? I don't think so. Habib is not interested in talking to me. But anyone can ask him to talk to me. But he's not interested at all. DD, what's the point I need for DD? What's the paint I need for St George's flag? I ain't quite sure what you're asking me there. Would Ben talk with you? I doubt if he'll talk to me. He's British, right? Their program, their establishment. That's all he's interested in. If we void the Acts of Union, or when, because it is coming, the way it's going, it's got to come. It's the only way to solve the problem for the world, not just for us. But when you void the Acts of Union, Pakistan don't exist anymore. Technically, because it was divided up and the partition was put in by the British. Could you imagine why would Ben Habib support that? Exactly. And that's why one of the reasons he wants to, just like Israel, destroy England. Graham, last night you had 5 trolls on the show. On what show? On this show or another show? On Rumble. Listen, you will attract trolls when we are presenting information that is factual and we're telling people the truth about exactly what's going on. The trolls will start to attack. That tells me, right, that we're making a difference. I am seeing attacks on Twitter. I'm seeing attacks in various other issues. I mean, someone said last night that our group was spamming on YouTube, right? That's absolute bullshit, right? Spamming is not paying for questions to be asked and you listening to the questions to be asked and listening to the answers, right? They are building the cult of Ben Habib. They are protecting Pakistan. They are protecting Iran. They are protecting Israel. They are protecting Saudi Arabia, right? All these people have got a vested interest in the British, not the English. Let me have a quick look. Any other questions? The trolls come out when we're over the target. Exactly. The trolls do come out when we're over the target, and they know it as well. The largest push so far is literally Rupert Lowe, right? And I'm not just saying that because he's on the screen. I'm telling you now, right? I don't have to sit here and present. We're English constitutionalists. We're about England, right? I'm not saying have a go at the Scots. I'm not saying have a go at the Welsh or the Northern Irish or the Cornish, right? What we're saying is we stuck out our hand of friendship to all of those people, and it is England that's being destroyed by regionalisation, right? And the Scots, the Welsh, and the Irish don't realise that they are already regions of the European Union. Unless you reverse that, you've got, and the only way to reverse it is to annul it, right? And we can do that. The easiest way to annul it is literally to void the European Acts, the European Communities Act of 1972. Void it, not repeal, right? That's how you get a proper. Now, so if you want to rebuild, we'll rebuild, right? But we do not want anything to do with that European Union. We're actually protecting Scotland. By saying what we're doing, we're protecting Scotland and their way of life. We're protecting Wales. We're protecting Northern Ireland. We're protecting Cornwall, and we're protecting the counties and shires of England. It's as simple as that. And we're the only group of people out there doing it. No one else is doing it. Let me have a look and see if I can see. New Age Evening. Everyone out there, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share. And obviously, like, sharing is caring, but don't forget to subscribe. We are the only group. Rumble is under constant attack by the British. They want to take it down completely. We've got Starlink running. We've got everything running. And we're going to be running in Devon, particularly. I'm going to start building it up in Devon. I need as many people as possible to contact me in Devon to say, right, what do we need to do? And I will start going through things. This Saturday, I am live at Rise Above Radio's event in Bournemouth. Bournemouth have just created a group of people that are going out there and they're doing a Walden Watch, which is, in other words, they're patrolling their own streets. The next level up from that is the full-scale militia. They're two separate things. A militia is a group of people that will fight for this country if we have to, right? And they are not anything to do with a territorial army, to do with a crown. They're nothing to do with the government. They are the people, right? And then you have the civil element of that, which is basically what they've created in Bournemouth. So I'll be in Bournemouth this Saturday, and I'll be going through the Constitution and showing people what the Constitution actually means. Most of my kit is now ready there. I've got to go down a dump and take some more stuff out of here tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Does everyone understand what's going on? Liking the following, trying to share. So many don't get it. Lots of people do get it. The ones you will see, the British and the Unionists are very, very, very similar to Remainers, and that is a massive problem because their mentality, they've been brainwashed into thinking something that is completely illegitimate, right? Including the European Union, the USSR, and obviously the British Union, which was the seed of all of that. I've seen the beginnings. Right, you're seeing this, more and more people. We need more and more videos out there. We need people showing the English flag all over the country. How long have I been saying this for? Do you all remember during lockdown when we went up to Trafalgar Square and we had a bin and we said, we will give you an English flag, put the Union flag in the bin, right? And we was doing a flag swap, right? And people was getting it. Let me have a look at this. Who's there? Darling. Anyone in Devon, contact me or put the contact numbers on there and get this going. Tell us, we're waiting in Devon. Well, we're going to start doing some seminars very shortly. I've got to get this one out of the way and then I'm up and running. Obviously, we've got this case going on. I'm waiting for the answer to come back. I don't know what they're going to do, but we need people that's going to actually stand for election as well. But we need to take Devon back. And that is exactly what we are going to do. And if I was to show you the map of Devon, which is on my wall back there, some of it is already being planned. When you mess with the minds of warriors who fight the world's wars, tricks don't work on us. Tricks don't work on us. Tracy Truism, don't forget to show support by liking you. Hit the like button, it's really important. And again, don't forget, people, to go out and paint a roundabout. So it's already white. Don't do it during traffic time, right? If you can slip out at 2 or 3 in the morning, find that mini roundabout. Get your roller, the red paint, right, and then paint St George's Cross straight across it as quick as you can. Put it all away again. Make sure it's not going to spill out in your car and all that. Go to the next one. Do 2 or 3 mini roundabouts all over the country. That's what you've got to be doing. So people then start to see it. Once they start to see it, they'll start putting up their own English flags in their gardens, on their houses, hanging out their windows, etc. And people start to know that they are English, right, not British. New Age Templar, any near Lincoln for a beer and a chat? We've got people up in Lincoln and around that area. Again, we need to up our game, especially on social media. I need as many people as possible to register for Twitter. Get on there, and we need to start massively promoting the English flag everywhere. I mean, literally, send it to people and do it. Sam T1257, brainwashed to brainwashed. Let me have a look. New Age Temper Muttley. Right. I used to go raving in Derby, Susan. Fantastic memories. Raving? All that raving stuff. Listen, I'm coming up to, I'm going to go and do myself something to eat in a minute because I'm hungry. And I've been out, I've had a meeting with someone else, really pleasant, from 3 o'clock until 10 to 8 it was, when I got back in. DD, I share to groups in Telegram. Who said that? Jabu. So everyone understand what we're doing. There are now 179 watching, 73 likes on YouTube. Well done. Don't forget, share it all, right? They'll probably take me down on YouTube because YouTube is not a good place to be for anyone. The only thing they promote on YouTube is the opposition. The people you should be watching are the ones who they keep taking down, like me, telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God, right? It's as simple as that. New Age Templar, trance music. Let me have a look. Robbed a thorough bread, me, Rebecca, none of the Normans muck. Let me have a quick look. We got 446 people watching so far, and that's without, I don't know how many people are watching on X. So get this message out. Listen, we're constitutionalists. We're English. Rupert Lowe laid it out. I'll put that video out there. Go out there and send that video out. Let me just see if I can bring that one up again. Let's pull it off of my screen a second. Oh, balls, it's gone pear-shaped. Let me go and get you this. This is my pinned one, right? It's had 3,100 people watch it so far. I've pinned it out there, and I want people to go out there and send it. So get on different things and send this out. And make sure, so get this, send it, but also send this video to Rupert Lowe, right? Make sure Rupert Lowe knows who we are. We already offered this political party to him. We've got to start talking about England, right? And that's exactly what we're going to do. Neil 56, 98. Okay, so 98 plus So well in excess of 500 people. Don't forget this live goes live every night 8 p.m. And the only difference with tonight is I am going to call it a day a little bit earlier because I'm going to cook something to eat because I'm absolutely starving. I'm going to work out what I'm going to have to eat. But I will work out something in a couple of minutes. Andy the Gabby Cabby wasted a tenner. No, we didn't waste a tenner. Andy the Gabby Cabby is a very good YouTube platform. He needs to do more on Rumble, but he's a normal working class person just like me and just like many of you, right? And he's not doing anything negative in the background. He's just getting people on and talking to him without Ben Habib being on there. You can now see, right? We've put the stats up. 153 times he said British or Britain or the UK, and 11 times he spoke about England, right? That tells you he is. In contrast, complete contrast to Rupert Lowe, right? He is vested in the British. He is not vested in the English. That's it. Now, let me see if I can put that up there. I'll bring it up on this show while I am talking. Let's see how many English flags that we can see in the chat. Right, hit the English flags. I want to see as many English flags coming up there. Listen, you've all seen the English flags out there in the streets, coming out everywhere. Hit it now, right? And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Just hit that and you'll see it. And let me go back to there. Let's see if I can see how many English flags are up there. Now I'm seeing some English flags. Look at that. That's what we want to see. So the people understand this show is about England, right? And taking back England. Look at that. Look, it's flooding on there. If I could get a black background behind that, you would see our English flag literally going everywhere. I'm seeing the chat going absolutely ballistic. We're now up to well in excess of 500. So keep going, people. Tomorrow I've got to go down a dump and do some other stuff. Then I'm going to do the Rise Above live Saturday, right? So I'm sure people are going to put that out there. Rise Above Radio in Bournemouth. I've got a live conference for 3 days. I am one of the speakers. I'll also be on another thing and be chatting with people at night time. And then I'm coming back to Devon, my new home, right? Because Devon is one of the 100% most crucial places in this country. The Glorious Revolution stemmed from Devon, and people need to start re-engaging with the history to understand what's going on with us now. Look at all them English flags. Listen, right? There is nothing wrong with painting roundabouts. There's nothing wrong with Millwall, it's again, right? Plastered South East London with English flags. Well done, Millwall, right? Let me tell you something now. The people are rising and you need to rise with them. The working class of this country. Well done, right? So everyone, don't forget to put the details in of where I'm going to be on Saturday, a live seminar for 2 hours where I'll be talking about the Constitution. And I have no doubt there'll be some questions on militias and on Walden Watch. Devon needs defending like England, like the England. Yeah, Devon is a fantastic shire. And not only that, you've got 2 elements of the sea either side of it, right? Cornwall, but Devon is part of England. Cornwall is a separate nation. In my opinion, self-determination is a key to this. And we need to make sure that everyone understands that. Play the game with the people, because when you go against us, you will lose. That's it. All I'm going to say to everyone now is quite obviously, look at them English flags. I love them English flags, right? Makes me emotional when I see English flags. I'm just telling everyone now, if you're going on the 13th of September to Tommy Robinson's thing, if they talk about Israel, you should boo, right? The conversation should be about England. I want everyone to take their English flags. Do not take Union flags, and let Tommy Robinson know how you feel. If they start talking about Israel, Israel is not England. We're talking about England. We are under attack. That's it. Israel ain't done anything to help us at all. That's it, people. I'm going to say good night, God bless to everyone watching. I am going to say, don't forget what I believe in. The Constitution is the solution. Get this out everywhere. Don't forget, share, click on the thing, copy the share button and put it out and send it to Rupert Lowe. Make sure Rupert Lowe knows who we are, right? We're not the bad guys. We're the good guys. That's it. Good night and God bless.